Hey guys, today I'm breaking down something so many traders overlook until it's too late: consistency rule. If you're trading with firms like Tradeify, Apex, Funding Ticks, Funded Next Futures, you need to understand this. Otherwise, you pass your wall, get funded, and boom, denied payout because of one simple rule. Let's try to fix this. Alright, what is consistency rule? Every prep firm wants to see that your profit comes consistently, not from one crazy lucky day. They want to see smooth and controlled growth. Once again, each prep firm has its own version of this consistency rule, but the idea is the same. They want to know you're not a gambler. And honestly, this makes sense. This protects you too. It forces you to consider trading as a real business. So well guys, as I already mentioned, each prep firm has their own consistency rule, but then I'm going to give you example with Tradeify, and Tradeify has different consistency rule. For a growth plan, they have 35% consistency rule, while for straight to funded Lightning Fund account, they have 20% consistency rule. And today I'm going to show you examples when you have straight to fund account and 20% consistency rule, how it's going to work. Well guys, don't forget to use code LUMI to get 30% off on all plans available on Tradeify. Well guys, I already mentioned, each prep firm wants to see your profit comes consistently. And this means when you have consistency rule like 20%, 35%, 40%, and so on, this means your top trading day, end of the day, P&L cannot exceed 20%, 35, 40% of your total profit. And in order to calculate this total balance needed to meet consistency rule, you need to take your biggest end of the day P&L and divide it by consistency percent. Well guys, let's take a look at examples. Two examples. First example where we pass consistency rule, another example where we fail consistency rule. Okay, let's take a look at first example. Day number 1, I made $300. Amazing. Second day, $250. Third day, $180. Fourth day, $320. As you can see, I have consistency in profit. There is no huge difference between days, right? Total profit, $1,050. This means my biggest day, according to the statistic, $320. That's 30% of my total profit. I passed my consistency? Yes, I did. Example where I failed my consistency. Day number 1, $50. Well, that's fine. Day number 2, $80. But suddenly, day number 3 is $1,200. Total profit $1,330. But compare my days. Do you see inconsistency in my profit? Yes. So this means my big day is 90% of my total profit. Obviously, I'm going to fail my consistency rule here. Well guys, here is statistic from November. November not done yet, but at least we have some data. So first days, we were pretty much consistent with losses, with profit, but on Friday I made $1,300. So my biggest profit, my biggest day so far, $1,300. After this, I was pretty much consistent, right? Consistent overall profit. And then last week, I made $3,000, which destroyed my consistency rule here. Right now, my current balance is $6,424. My highest profit day, $3,000. Required balance for consistency should be $7,500. I need to make $1,000 extra here to meet this consistency rule. So as you can see, once again, perfect example when you see like inconsistency in profit. Some days it's $500, some days $1,000, and suddenly you made $3K. So once again, you must show pro firm you can be consistent with your profit. I created completely free pro firm consistency calculator. You will find the link in the description below. In this calculator, you can enter end of the day profit and you will see how much you need to make to meet consistency rule. So in this example, I will show you Tradeify Lightning Funded account, which is 20% consistency rule, but you can pick any that you trade. For example, Funded Next 40%, Apex 30%, Funding Tick 0 account 25%. Once again, it's up to you. Pick per firm that you trade. I trade with Tradeify Lightning Funded account, 20% consistency rule. Okay, let's try to do example with where we're going to meet consistency rule, and another example is going to where we are going to fail consistency rule. Okay, first day $150, another day $340, another day $500, another day $450, small loss, $400, $300, $200, $150, $120. Can you see consistency in my profit? Definitely yes. Okay, what we can see here, current balance $2,510, highest day $500, as you can see in our table here. This means required balance for consistency based on this highest profit day, $2,500. Okay, I made my consistency rule. I will not have problem with payout. But what if I'm going to be inconsistent in my profit? Well, guys, right now I'm going to show example where your consistency rule is going to fail. So entered 4 days here. Once again, quick reminder, consistency rule is 20%. So what we can see here, like so far, it's not that bad. It's pretty much consistent. My biggest profit, $500. And once again, total balance needed to meet consistency rule equals best or biggest end of the day profit divided by 20%. So basically $500 divided by 20% and equals 2,500 here. This means required balance to meet consistency rule is $2,500. This means in order to meet this consistency rule, we need to make extra to our total balance that we got here, $1,330. And we are going to meet consistency rule. But what if my next day will be $1,000? This means my biggest day right now is $1,000. And total balance needed right now to meet this consistency rule equals $1,000 divided by 20%, which is $5,000. As you remember, before this profit, all we need to make $1,330. We're consistent, but suddenly we decided to make like $1,000. And right now, we need to have $5,000 on our balance to meet this consistency rule 20%. And instead of to make like $1,330, we need to make $2,830. See the difference? It shows inconsistency on profit. Okay. Next day, 300. It's already $2,670. We slowly go into our goal. And next day, we start thinking about consistency rule. I decided to increase my contract size and I made $3,000. My total balance right now, $5,670. My biggest day, $3,000. Let's divide this by 20%. Right now, required balance for consistency, $15K. Because we were consistent and suddenly decided to increase our contract size. And if before it was like average profit, like let's say $400, $500, like whatever, $3,000 is going to completely destroy your performance here, your consistency in profit. And instead of to make like, okay, fine, we needed to make $2,000. How much we need to make? $2,330. Right now we made $3K. Instead of this money, we need to make $9K extra. It shows inconsistency in your profit. If next day you decided you forgot about this again and made like $4,500, you keep destroying your consistency rule. You keep destroying your consistency in profit. As you can see right now, your biggest profit, your biggest end of day P&L, $4,500. We want to divide this by 20%. It equals $22K, even more. And we need to make extra $12,000. And this means you need to trade more and more and be consistent with your profit. Instead of to make like 10 trading days, you're going to keep adding profit here and so on to meet this consistency rule. It's going to take so much time to meet this consistency rule again. You need to have base hit. So it can be like $1,000 for the day and I'm done for the day. If you know like you're going to cash in NQ 200 points, if this one mini contract is going to be a lot, you can just trade 5 micros, for example, to meet your base hit and consistency rule. Alright guys, if you like this consistency rule calculator, you'll find the link in the description below. If this video was helpful for you, drop a like, subscribe guys, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.